Hey ladies, welcome to my channel. So I wanted to talk to you ladies about, like, yesterday started 90 days to 2020. Today is day 89. And I decided that I was gonna do my measurements a little different. So let me show you. I decided to go get wasted. I'll go around, show you. And the reason I decided to do this method, and there's other spiritual reasons for why I got the beads, but that's my personal thing. But for right now, for as far as my journey, I will share as why I decided to go this method. I successfully lost 130 pounds. And there was a part that my body used to just go up and down in weight, but then I was getting smaller. Like physically, I look smaller. Like I can put my before and after, and you're like, okay, you're gone. So I been had to throw away the scale as far as significance with my weight loss, because depending on what I did, if I did weight loss, if I did weight training, if I added creatine, it varied on the scale. Then, people are like, you have measurements. So I'm going to explain what happened. First, my body changed shape. I used to not have this part. My body was just wide. I was just up and down. It just didn't really have a shape to it. And as I lost weight and did certain workouts, this part of my body went in. So I started to get, definition here. And so I was going by this mark that was on my stomach. So when I did the measurements, I was following the mark, and I'm like, I'm not getting any smaller. But again, I look smaller. That's when I realized that I was having the melting butter effect. So my loose skin was going down, and I can no longer use the marks. Got it, right? So then I'm like, okay, I can measure, go across here. Then what ended up happening is the melting butter goes down, and you're like, okay, fine. But I was smaller underneath my fat. So underneath my skin, I was smaller. So it's like, okay, I would have to measure there. That means I have to lift this up, hold it. And I'm like, all right. Then what ended up happening is we talked about the clothes, right? So with my shape changing, I also got a little bit of butt. I didn't have this lift when I first started my journey. So when you measure in front of the navel, I was getting bigger. Why? Because my booty got bigger. I was like, I'm not getting smaller. So I gave up on measuring, and I was like, I'm just gonna go by my clothes. I'm just gonna go by how my clothes look. Well, that works, except when you realize you have a style and you wear clothes that accentuates your best part. So it doesn't necessarily show your growth. It just, because I'm not gonna buy clothes that I don't look good in, or I don't feel like I look good in. You get what I'm saying? And so I would wear, I'm a t-shirt and shorts type girl. So I was like, okay, so this isn't gonna work out. So what I've decided to do is I went and got wasted. So I got a little bit of wiggle room here, so it's not too tight. But as you see, this is where it's at. So we're gonna see how far they roll down until the end of the year. And like I said, I have like different grooves. I'm gonna let my stomach down some so I can show you. See, I have two stomachs, and this stomach groove came for two reasons. My mother was very old school, and you could not pull your pants underneath your stomach. She wanted me to pull it up. So my stomach used to be flat here, but I had this line. When I had my second child, his legs and butt was up here, and his bottom was down there. So I got this pudge in the middle, and then my other two children, they were like, I'm gonna go in there too. So after I got pregnant, I had the double stomach that's going on. So I'm going to at least have this go back flat. I'm gonna have this line, because as I got larger and as I got bigger, this is where I put my pants. I really wish there was high-waisted when I was growing up, because I could have pulled my pants like this, and then all of my fat would have been one instead of like all of these sections. So now I have like 80 stomachs. So I'm also gonna go for my back titties, getting rid of these right here. As you can see, I have an extra clasp. What happened is I'm in between bra sizes, and so instead of like they don't have half sizes in bra. Like you only have like the inches. I found these cool adjustables on Amazon for my bra. Also with my HS, I'll put the skin, I can never say it. It's Hydra, Tiva, Surface, whatever. I get boils and things underneath my skin. I don't get them under my breasts because after breast reduction, they took out my oil glands. Like I had a botched breast reduction. So like, even though my boobs, my nipples are cross-sided, it helped me out. I don't get it here. It still irritates my back. So that's, sometimes when I work out, the bra strap just touching my skin irritates it. So that's why sometimes you'll see me working out and I'll have a double bra. It's because my skin is extra irritated, or maybe I have, I can feel polyps and stuff growing. So I tend to need more room under here, because the tighter, going off on a tangent, but the tighter the clothes are, it can cause more of the infection underneath the skin. So that's why sometimes you'll see a double bra, and I have my class. But back to this. So this is me getting wasted and showing this now. I mentioned this yesterday, but you know how life happens. It's no big deal. But what I'm gonna do is I will take official befores today for the 90 days. It'll be that, and then we'll see how far it goes down, and I'll do this again December 31st. So if you're watching this and maybe you had a struggle with your weight loss, maybe the scale has been defeating and you know that you're doing well, and your body just, if you suffer from any autoimmune disease, or if you have any type of ailment like lupus, fibromyalgia, all of those things, your body may not, you and the scale are not going to be friends, right? So if you have those type of ailments and the scale has been discouraging, I'm telling you, it's okay. Let that scale go. If your measurements are starting to be discouraging, like you know your clothes are fitting the way you want to, but you could be having the melting butter effect where the measurements, it doesn't matter where you measure, it's going down, so you're gonna feel bigger. Or maybe you're growing a booty like me, and so you want more meat and the things, but it's going all the way around. So if that's the case, the waist method, the beat it method may really work for you. So there's local waist beat ladies everywhere. I got this, I believe in supporting local businesses, especially Black women in business. So I went and found a Black woman on an island, and this is her business. She got these from Ghana. And so, you know, look and support your local person. But this has gone on long enough. I'm excited. Let's start it. 89 days to 2020.